There are creatures in the water right now alive, thriving, and more dangerous than people realize. Some can kill using electricity, others strike faster than a speeding bullet, and few they stalk their prey with the patience. These aren't just mindless beasts, they're calculated, smart, and efficient. They kill with strategy, no hesitation, no mercy. Some hide in plain sight, others play dead, waiting for the perfect moment to launch a surprise attack. They're masters of deception and domination. Humans are hunted too. First on the list is the orca. Orcas, also known as killer whales, are not whales at all. They're the largest members of the dolphin family and easily the most terrifying. A full-grown male can reach up to 32 feet long. That's longer than a school bus, and they can weigh over 6 tons. Their teeth are thick, conical, and interlocking. Each one can grow up to 4 inches long. They're not built for chewing, they're built for ripping flesh clean off the bone. But what truly makes them deadly isn't just their size or strength, it's their brain. Orcas are brilliant hunters. Some scientists say they're the smartest predators in the ocean, maybe even smarter than primates when it comes to teamwork and problem solving. They live and hunt in tightly bonded pods, family units that can last a lifetime. And they don't just attack, they plan, they strategize, they teach their young, they evolve. In Antarctica, one group of orcas developed a move straight out of a heist film. They swim together to create a powerful wave strong enough to tip a seal off its safe perch on an ice floe. That's not instinct, that's technique. That's generations of trial and error passed down like a family recipe. In other places like the coast of Norway and Argentina, orcas work together to herd entire schools of fish into tight bait balls, then slap them with their tails, stunning them before swallowing them whole. But the most disturbing example of their intelligence, what they do to sharks. Off the coast of South Africa and New Zealand, orcas have been spotted killing great white sharks. Not in a brawl, not in a chase, but with surgical precision. Scientists have found dead sharks washed ashore with only one thing missing: their liver. A fatty, nutrient-rich organ that orcas seem to know exactly how to extract. No torn-up carcass, no mess, just a single clean kill. They've learned how to flip sharks upside down, triggering a state called tonic immobility, which basically paralyzes the shark, and then they remove the liver with chilling efficiency. These are predators hunting other apex predators. And they're winning. Orcas are found in every ocean on Earth, from the freezing waters of the Arctic to the warm seas of the tropics. No coast is truly out of reach. And while attacks on humans in the wild are extremely rare, it's worth noting, in captivity, it's a different story. Several orcas have killed or seriously injured trainers, and many marine parks have quietly documented signs of psychological distress, aggression, and unpredictable behavior in captive orcas. Because when you trap a mind like that, something built for the open ocean, for hunting, for freedom, it eventually breaks. So if the most intelligent killer in the ocean is already taking out sharks like it's nothing, the real question is what happens if they ever decide we're next. Meet the saltwater crocodile, the largest reptile alive today. Males often exceed 20 feet in length and tip the scales at over a ton. These aren't just big, they're biomechanical nightmares. Their jaws deliver a bone-crushing 3,700 psi bite force. That's more than any land predator, even T-Rex on a bad day. You'll find them across Southeast Asia, Northern Australia, and coastal India. But they're not just sitting around. Salties are hyper-territorial apex predators. They patrol rivers, estuaries, and mangroves like living landmines, and they don't forget. They can remember patterns, times, places, behaviors. If they've seen you before, they'll know when you're likely to come back. Now, here's the scary part. They don't hunt like most predators. They wait perfectly still, hidden beneath the surface for hours, sometimes longer. Then, without warning, they launch themselves from the water in a single explosive burst, snapping jaws, claws, and several hundred pounds of muscle flying upward. They've dragged animals from boats, pulled prey off riverbanks, and even snatched food from overhanging branches. Nothing is safe within reach. What can they kill? Pretty much anything. Horses, buffalo, wild boars, sharks, and yes, humans. In some parts of Australia and Indonesia, fatal attacks happen every year. Most victims don't stand a chance. If the first bite doesn't kill you, the death roll will. That's when the croc spins its body with terrifying speed, tearing limbs from sockets, breaking bones, and shredding tissue. It's not just feeding, it's dismemberment. So while orcas dominate the open sea, saltwater crocodiles rule the rivers, swamps, and coasts like ancient kings. And if you think staying in freshwater will keep you safe, you haven't met the bull shark. Bull sharks don't look especially terrifying at first glance, but don't let their size fool you. Measuring between 7 to 11 feet and weighing up to 500 pounds, these sharks are pure muscle-dense, stocky, and built for sudden bursts of violence. Their bite force is over 1,300 psi, enough to crush bones and tear through flesh like paper, using rows of jagged serrated teeth designed for maximum damage. What really sets them apart, though, is where they choose to hunt. Most sharks are ocean dwellers, but bull sharks, they break the rules. Thanks to a unique ability to regulate salt levels in their blood, they can survive and thrive in freshwater. That means they don't just patrol coastlines, they push upriver, deep inland. There have been confirmed bull shark sightings in the Amazon basin, the Ganges River, and even as far up the Mississippi as Illinois. Now picture that, you're swimming in what looks like a peaceful lake or river, maybe hundreds of miles from the ocean. And below the surface, a shark territorial, aggressive, and perfectly adapted to the low visibility, shallow waters. They prefer to hunt alone. They're unpredictable, often striking without warning. And statistically, bull sharks are responsible for more attacks on humans than great whites or tiger sharks. Murky shallows where people think it's safest is exactly where bull sharks thrive. The infamous 1960 New Jersey attacks that inspired Jaws? Yeah, most experts now believe bull sharks were to blame. They swam miles up freshwater creeks, attacking multiple people over a few terrifying days. Here's the only upside: most victims survive, but the injuries? Devastating. Severed limbs, deep lacerations, massive blood loss. Recovery usually means months of surgery and rehab if you're lucky. So when you're standing in knee-deep water, thinking you're far from the ocean and safe from what swims in it. Remember this: while bull sharks are swimming upstream, there's something else lurking downstream waiting in the darkness. The box jellyfish is basically a floating death trap. You'll find it in the warm tropical waters of northern Australia and Southeast Asia. The worst part is, you probably won't even see it coming. Its body is almost completely transparent, shaped like a cube, and it drifts just beneath the surface. Its tentacles up to 10 feet long can look like faint strings trailing behind it, but those strings are loaded. Each tentacle has millions of stinging cells called cnidocytes. Think of them like tiny spring-loaded harpoons, except they're tipped with one of the most lethal venoms on Earth. When they fire, they don't just burn your skin. The venom attacks your heart, nervous system, and skin all at once. It's like getting electrocuted, burned, and poisoned at the same time. The pain is said to be unbearable. Victims often go into shock or cardiac arrest in minutes. And yes, this has happened in knee-deep water. Some people never even make it back to shore. Australia has recorded dozens of deaths, but let's be honest, many cases in remote areas go unreported. The real number is probably much higher. And here's something a lot of people don't know. Box jellyfish can swim. They're not just drifting with the current like most jellyfish. They actually move using a pulsing motion, and they have 24 eyes to help them navigate and hunt. But here's the kicker. Even this isn't the final boss of the ocean. What if I told you one of the most venomous animals on Earth could fit in the palm of your hand, and it's beautiful? This tiny creature can kill you in minutes, and there's no known antidote. It's the blue-ringed octopus. There are 4 known species of blue-ringed octopuses, all part of the Hapalochlaena genus. They live in shallow tide pools and coral reefs around Australia, Indonesia, the Philippines, and Japan, mostly in warm coastal waters of the Pacific and Indian Oceans. When it comes to size, they're tiny. Most adults are only 12 to 20 centimeters long from arm to arm. That's smaller than a human hand. They weigh under 30 grams, about as much as a AA battery. No teeth. But don't get comfortable. They have a beak like a parrot hidden at the center of their arms. And that's where the nightmare begins. When they bite, they inject tetrodotoxin, a neurotoxin 1,200 times more potent than cyanide. One blue-ringed octopus carries enough venom to kill 20 full-grown humans. Worst part is, the bite is often painless. Victims usually don't even realize they have been attacked until it's too late. Within minutes, the venom shuts down your muscles, including the diaphragm. You're fully conscious, but you can't move or breathe. Unless someone performs CPR fast and keeps it going for hours, survival is almost impossible. There's no antivenom, just supportive care. Your best hope is immediate hospital intervention. These octopuses are solitary. They don't form packs. No hunting parties. They mostly feed on small crustaceans like crabs and shrimp, using their sharp beaks to pierce exoskeletons and inject saliva that paralyzes prey before slurping them like soup. Their body is soft and squishy, perfect for squeezing into rock crevices or burying themselves in sand. But when they feel threatened, that's when you see the electric blue rings pulsing across their skin. It's not just a warning, it's their final signal. And despite their reputation, blue-ringed octopuses are not aggressive. Almost every recorded human incident happened because someone picked one up, unaware of the danger. They don't chase, they don't stalk. But if cornered, they don't hesitate. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe.